welcome back to another video. My name is Tatiana, and today we are going to be doing a different kind of video, kind of an update video about the channel, the state of the channel. It's not really where I want it to be. It's not really performing very well. It's kind of busting. It's kind of struggling right now. So we're going to talk a bit about that, what changes I think would be good, changes actually that the community that you guys have voted on in the community tab. Throughout all of last week I was putting stuff up. I let you guys know ahead of time. People even wrote in suggestions, so I thank you all so much for interacting with those polls. Those are going to be closed. I'm going to go ahead and officially close them, but I gathered the data from them, and if you've seen them change since then, the polls were closed as of Saturday, but I think I forgot to write that they were closed because there was some family stuff that was going on. So they were closed when I gathered the data. This is what the results are. I will talk about it and what we're going to do, and just kind of have a chat with you guys about the channel, because I'd like to keep the community involved when there are any changes. Don't worry, gameplay videos won't necessarily go away, but we're kind of cycling in new content and changing the way content is going to be made, because I have been personally struggling to keep this channel going and keep being motivated to even make videos for this channel, and I wanted to kind of talk about with you guys and be honest. If you enjoy this video, you can let me know down below. I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts about this. A lot of you were so kind. The polls did really good. A lot of people responded to them, which I was happy about, that we could get a lot of people's opinions. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys about why we need to make these changes, why these changes have to happen to this channel. This channel did really, really well, and I think it's for two reasons. I think the channel did really well because ASMR gaming content 2 years ago was much more niche than I feel like it is today. There are a lot more ASMR gaming creators than I knew of at the time. Maybe I just didn't know of a lot, but I feel like there have been a lot more new ones that have come up in the past couple of years, which has been great. But I think my channel had grown because it was not as saturated of this niche of ASMR gaming content. The second reason why I think this channel grew pretty quickly at first is because of the pandemic, and I think it's because everyone was home, everyone was super upset, right? We all felt it when it first happened. Everyone's in quarantine, lockdowns, and people just wanted to find something that was relaxing, something that could get their mind off everything. And my channel, I think, was a good way for people who enjoyed both gaming and ASMR to get that and to watch these videos. A lot of people also enjoy these videos. People have told me regular gaming videos are too loud, and they find these videos to be really, really helpful because they can still watch gaming videos even though they're a bit calmer, and it's a bit, nicer to take in than having people yelling at you while they're playing a game the whole time, which there is a lot of content like that. Even I would even say my streaming content can be like that. I'm kind of louder and stuff like that on my second channel. So I understand having a channel that has gameplay that's calmer is important, which is why I don't want to get rid of the gameplay on this channel. And then I think a third reason is Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing really carried this channel a lot, carried it a lot. And I think that it was like the perfect mixture of being super niche at the time, having the world situation the way it was, and having or even kind of still is in some places, and having Animal Crossing. It was like the perfect storm to help this channel grow relatively quickly, which I'm super thankful for, and I'm thankful for everyone who comes to this channel, enjoys the channel, but since then, I would say about a year later, into 2021, we started to have a real drop-off in viewership. You guys probably have noticed it. There's been way less interaction with videos. Viewership in the beginning is very, very, very low. Even now, some video uploads only get 70 views. Sometimes it's 100. And for a channel that's around 3,000 subscribers for where I want it to be, I feel like that's relatively low. And at first I thought, oh, maybe this is just normal. Animal Crossing wasn't as popular. Some things started to open in some places. I thought, yeah, this is probably normal. But the thing is, it never got better. It's actually just gotten worse. And these are just like basing the channel against itself. It's doing really bad compared to what it was doing like a year ago or a year and a half ago. So when that happens, usually there needs to be a content change. And I think getting the VTube model is a good way to kind of help this content change. We're like in a different era of this channel. Still the same with the gameplays, but I think new content needs to be introduced because the world has changed, right? A lot of things are starting to open. Some places are a little bit better than others, but you know, we are technically still in a pandemic. But I think because of that, people are going to work, people are doing some things that are more normal for them, and I think that is causing maybe this channel is not being viewed as much. It's not attracting the same people. And normally when that happens, just in general channels, you want to kind of get more people from other places to kind of come into the channel, and then the channel can keep growing and growing, and then people can come back and things like that. So to attract, you know, more new people or have videos even be searchable on YouTube, you need to have searchable topics. And I think just gameplay videos alone are not really helping the channel that much anymore. So I wanted to introduce new kinds of content. The only reason that this is important is because, as y'all know, this is technically my job. So like the ads, because we don't put any in the middle for ASMR, right? Because that would be disturbing you guys while you're trying to sleep or relax to it. It would just be jarring. You know, I don't get payouts until the next month because you have to have $100 payout. So sometimes it's hard for me to get games. Sometimes it's hard for me to get things for the channel. That's also a primary reason why Pokemon content, like Pokemon card content, has stopped, because it's too expensive and I just can't do it anymore. I've talked a bit about my health impacting a lot of that, like my financial situation and not being able to get like a traditional job. So that's also a part of why I need to make this content change, because I don't want to just rely on you guys. I would like to rely on the videos performing well, like rely on me making good videos and like titling them right. So that's why we need to make this content change. This is kind of like, why is the channel not performing well? Why I think it's not performing well. I think we're just in a different time for the channel, and the channel needs to make some changes. So now we're going to look at the poll and kind of see like what changes I was thinking of making and how you guys received that. I did kind of announce, I think in a video I announced that I was going to be making these polls, and I also like said in the community tab as well that I'd make these polls. So let's take a quick look at them. So let's go over the polls. The first poll here, I took these stats like when I was going to film this video. So if you see them different, the polls are basically closed. I'm going to like put that they're closed over them, but this is the data for the time I'm recording the video. So this is what we're going to go by. So the first poll that I put out was explaining that I always want to reach out to the community before I make changes and things like that. I want to make sure you guys know at least what's happening and find out kind of what your thoughts are on the type of content that I think would be beneficial to the channel and help the channel to continue to grow and continue to thrive instead of going down, obviously. So the first poll that I put out was talking about the gameplay review, video game reviews. I've done these for a while on my channel, and a lot of people actually on the channel seem to really enjoy them. So in it, I talk about wanting to reach out, and I said examples. I actually typed this one weird. It's been a weird brain week for me, but like I was supposed to say, you know, how do you all feel like about more game reviews, and then give examples, but the examples were above it, but I think you guys understood what I was saying. So video game reviews, for example, long form game reviews where they're really big, they take me a long time to make, but basically what I do is I'll usually stream the whole game over on my second channel, and then I'll make a review and take all that, all the content, like I take all the video content, put it together in a video, and I talk to the ASMR community about it. So long form videos, and you can check these out if you haven't seen them before. The Little Nightmares series, I did a review on it. The Ratchet and Clank series, I've done one for, there was another one I've done them for a couple series, and then there were some short form ones, which is like the Long Winter one I did recently, which was really just me talking about Long Winter and kind of just giving you my thoughts on it pretty quickly. I wish I had more of the footage to show you, but it was kind of just a really quick one that I filmed just because I wanted to talk a bit about what I thought about that game. And a lot of people said they're like, wow, we really enjoy these, Tatiana, like keep making them. So I decided to ask you guys, and as you can see, 73% said they would enjoy more, whereas 27% said they would not. So, you know, majority rule. So I will be making more of these videos, more long form ones, short form ones. I think I'll even try and play specific games, maybe that are relaxing, like on my own, maybe not even on the streaming channel. But yeah, if you ever want to see the full gameplays of the games I talk about in these game reviews, they will be on my second channel, so be sure to go over there and check it out if you want to see those. The next one will be Kirby. That will be probably Friday's video. It'll be hopefully I finish the game tomorrow on stream, or in the next couple days on stream. And then I will make a whole big review about that game because I'm actually quite liking it so far, but I want to wait till the end to kind of get all my thoughts. So that's an example of one. So that would be content that we're going to kind of make more regular, in the flow of content that we make instead, or that I make, instead of just gameplay after gameplay after gameplay, because they're not really generating viewership or subscribers, or not even a lot of interactivity like comments and stuff, or likes. So that makes me think that people maybe don't enjoy those, or I know some games people enjoy more. So we're just changing it up, hopefully to help the channel to keep growing, so that I can even keep making videos on this channel. The next poll, I believe, is talking about role plays. Role plays do really well on channels, even if they're small. They can help really propel channels, and I thought it would be really cool, especially and unique, because I am a VTuber, to use the VTube model in a way to make these roleplay videos. And these videos would be, I should have expanded, but they would be like gameplay centric, or me trying to sell you something. Like basically they would be entirely virtual, like online, like you would be shopping in an online store and I'm the AI that pops up to help you in real time, and maybe the AI is snarky or unhelpful sometimes, then you can leave a review and I would put all that on the screen. So those videos are going to take a while, but I thought it would be a really cool concept. I should have explained it more. I've noticed that poll, like every time I've checked back, there's a lot of divide on whether to make those videos. So I've already started making one. As of the time of me pulling these screenshots and looking at the results, it was literally 50-50. People were like yes and no. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post one, and you guys can decide if you want more based on how the viewership on that one goes, or how much you enjoy that one I'm gonna put out. We'll decide if I make more, because I know a lot of people voted on that one and it was a very, very divided one. So that's unfortunate, because I really wanted to do that. I thought it would help out the channel a lot, but again, I didn't want to make changes where you guys are like, ew, what is this content? But I also think I should have elaborated on what type of role plays they would be. It would literally be like you shopping on a website and all of that stuff will pop out. I make all of those things, and then I'm the AI helping you at a like anime. Maybe I'm helping you pick anime. Maybe we could do a bunch of them, but I understand that maybe it's not your cup of tea. So I'm going to make the one, and then we will see how that goes. And if it goes really well, then it'll become a series on the channel. Because if it's a tie, I have to break the tie. I hate doing it, but I have to break the tie. So that one was actually interesting to see the divide in feedback. But I appreciate everyone who gave feedback, whether it was like the yes or the no. I appreciate you taking the time to help me to know that. So we'll kind of feel that one out. The next poll is talking about switching to 2 videos a week. This is really important, and the reason that this was an option is because honestly, 3 videos a week, I've been doing 3 to 4 videos a week. There was one point I was doing 4 videos a week. 3 to 4 videos a week for the past 2.5 years has been a lot. Especially my health has declined a lot this past year, a lot in the past couple of months, and it is very difficult to have the energy to make 3 videos a week, make another video for my second channel at the same time as streaming, because I kind of need that second channel to be monetized to help me to afford to keep making videos. because again, this is like my job, so I try to take it as seriously as possible, and that's kind of also why, you know, I wanted to just make more content in general. But that second channel is supposed to help boost both the channels eventually. It's not monetized yet, but we're not at 1,000 subscribers yet over there, but that was kind of the goal. And so, but it's really hard for me to keep up with this amount of work to edit them. I've been very lazy with content on this channel. I'm not happy with the content I'm putting out. I know some people enjoy the lo-fi feeling of it. Feels like we just sat down, like me and you sat down and I'm playing a game and you're hanging out with me. But sometimes I want to put more effort or make the videos more funny or get more of my personality out in those videos. I feel like on the second channel I do that a lot with those videos, but on this channel I kind of just record and upload it just because I need to get another video out, and then as soon as that's uploaded I immediately have to start the next video. And it's just such a, it's not because I want to, it feels like I have to get it out, it's not because I want to put that content out. And so it's not content I'm proud of, and it's not content that I think is adding value to your lives. Like, I don't think it's that interesting. I don't even blame people for not clicking on them anymore, because I feel like they're not that interesting and they're not that good. So by being able to switch to 2 videos a week, then I would be able to, like it says, maximize the quality. It would be better quality content, reviews would be better, the game reviews would be better, the gameplays will be better, because I'll have more time to plan these out. And I'm hoping dropping to 2 videos gives me even extra days to do stuff like hang out with my family. My schedule literally consists of waking up, like eating breakfast, working on a video, working on a thumbnail, getting ready for stream. I stream for a couple hours, end the stream, I go get dinner ready, do some chores around the house. I'll sit for maybe an hour, and usually I pass out. I have a nap because I'm exhausted by then. And then I literally start editing videos throughout the night until like 4, 5 a.m. because they take so long to like export or to like record or come up with an idea. And then it just starts over again. And I literally do this constantly, and every time there's a new game release I have to focus on like, where should this game go? It's just overwhelming, and so I'm finding it hard to manage the amount of work that I'm doing by myself, and so that's where I would like to drop down to 2. And I was actually surprised you guys were super supportive of this. 93%, this had I think the most amount of votes, 83 votes. 93% of people said they were okay with that. They didn't mind 2. And I know that 7%, I see you guys. I know that you enjoy 3 videos. The thing is, it's very easy for me to go live for like an hour or 2. So if I have less work, there's a chance that I can do an extra live stream maybe when I have the time and I'm like feeling good. I'm not going to guarantee them because I want to obviously have more time to just live life and like not just be working constantly on content, because that is all I do now, and just kind of have a good healthy balance and also be able to make better content I'm proud of. So that's why this poll was here, and you guys were really, really, I would say, kind and generous in letting me take that extra day out. I might do a poll about what days would be, actually, maybe I won't. We'll go by analytics, what day y'all are usually online, and that will be the days the videos go up. It'll be 2 days a week videos will go up, and then you know, we'll have other stuff. This won't change memberships on the channel. Memberships are going to stay exactly the way they are, with 2 early access videos and then a members live stream. That's fine. I can handle that. I'll be able to handle it much better. I feel like I'm exhausted by the time I do members lives. If you're a member, you know I'm always saying I'm exhausted. They're always short because I'm so tired by the time usually I get around to doing members lives. Usually they're towards the end of the month, like mid-end, and I'm usually just exhausted. I'm finding I'm burning out so quickly doing this. So I'm hoping by making this change, I won't burn out as quickly, I won't be as tired, and I'll be able to keep up with the content and make better content. So thank you so much to everyone who voted. Again, whether, you know, it was a yes or a no to any of these polls, I appreciate it. The next question I asked was not actually a poll. It was asking you guys about ideas you had, like you wanted to write down that weren't in the polls, like ideas for different kinds of content. And y'all had some really interesting ideas. I'm going to start with one that I got in Discord. I had kind of talked about this before I did the polls on YouTube, asking specifically about the roleplay, because I've wanted to do a gaming roleplay for a long time. So again, we're only doing one video of that. We're going to test the waters because that was so divided. But someone, Max B inside of Discord says, when giving suggestions for new games, or sorry, for new like types of ASMR videos that are in the same geeky realm of video games, manga, anime, stuff like that, superheroes, comic books, like in that realm, okay, of things. They said that one of their favorite YouTubers did a series, and he told stories about what would happen if he was dropped into like the One Piece universe. And they thought it would be cool if I did an ASMR version of kind of telling a story or a role play of what would happen if I woke up in my favorite anime or favorite manga. And I thought this was really, really cool. So thank you, Max B, for this a really cool suggestion. I obviously wouldn't like completely like rip this off. I wouldn't like verbatim do exactly what this person did, this YouTuber, because, you know, I don't want to do that. But I think I could try and find a way to do kind of like almost like a story time and tell a story like this is what happened when I went to this universe. And obviously it's fake, like, you know, I'll make it up, but I'll make it a little funny, and it won't be very realistic. It might be, you know, something to be entertaining to you guys, but also me kind of being in this world. Like, what would happen if I woke up and I was in Hunter x Hunter and I went to get my hunter's license? Like, that would be pretty cool, and make it a bit realistic, but also a bit funny to be, you know, something you want to listen to. Or for example, in Spy Family, that's like my favorite manga. Or what would I do if I was inside of, like, I have so many different ones. What would happen if I was in animes or mangas or even superhero realms? I think that would be really cool. Or like, what if I was in Stranger Things? What would I do? What would I do? What would happen? So kind of taking you guys on like a little episode adventure of what would happen if Tatiana got dropped in. I think that's a really cool idea, and I would love to do that, but obviously the goal is to make it as ridiculous and funny, but hopefully true to kind of what could have happened inside of those little stories. So that is a really cool idea. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I thought it was pretty neat. Another idea, so this is on the actual post where I asked you guys the questions. Some people, okay, so I said the final question was if you had suggestions of different types of content for the future other than gameplay, because gameplay alone is not doing it. And some people had said, we had one from, I'll go from like the earliest one, so that would be Catherine B, said maybe some Reddit stories. So I think this means like Reddit stories people put up. So I would probably try to find ones that are gaming or geeky related, and then that are funny maybe, or I don't know, find something and then kind of read them. They said that I think your ASMR style holds comedy, which I hope it does a little bit. Plus, my other opinion was visuals, but I knew the guy VTuber. True, I am a VTuber. So, I think that's what that meant, Reddit stories, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Catherine B, if you see this, I know you probably will, because you do comment actually under a lot of videos. I do read it, and I like remember people's names when I see their comments a lot. Maybe explain it even more down below. But I think, like, from what I think that is, I think we can definitely do that. It's always good to remember I have a VTube model, because that can limit me a little bit for what I can do. Someone else, Ace, says, I love ASMR vlogs, especially travel or everyday vlogs that makes mundane things look like waking up and eating breakfast feel special. So I don't know how I could do this with a VTube model. I think I responded and kind of said, like, I would love to do this, but I'm not sure how I could do this with a VTube model. I could try to find a way to do it, but it might be kind of scuffed. I'm not sure. Maybe we can find a way. I think if I had a hand tracking, it would be easier to mimic things like brushing my teeth or, like, you know, just doing things with my hands, but I'm kind of stuck right now. I don't have the thing that makes you be able to see my hands move yet, because it's expensive. So I would love to do that, but I think I'd have to try and figure out a way to do it, but that is a good idea as well. I'm just not sure how I could execute it. If anyone has any ideas below on how I could do something like this, regardless of the VTube model, let me know down below. I would love your suggestions. You know, again, I want to work on this together with you guys and make content that is interesting to you guys and valuable to you guys. And then the next from Fresh Pineapple, you are really knowledgeable on video game news. Thank you. ASMR gaming news does better, but thank you, I appreciate that. So perhaps a monthly or even every month or so rundown of gaming news that personally interests you. That's pretty cool. I like that. There are a lot of things in gaming news. I'm always, if it's not like content of like finding new video games that are indie games or just like games in general, or it's ASMR content that I'm literally watching, or like streamers and stuff, then I'm normally watching like I'm literally watching gaming news videos. Like I watch Young Yeah, sometimes I watch game reviews from like beat 'em ups. I watch like a ton of stuff, but I do watch a lot of game like news, things like that, especially when they're spicy. And I've got things to say about gaming news. There's some stuff that I know that I'm like, dude, people need to know this. This is crazy. So I would love to do that. Find some gaming news and share it with you guys that's really interesting or possibly controversial. I don't know, controversial. Some people get really upset about gaming news. I'm like, it's not that serious. These are companies. They're not your friends. But some people really treat these companies like they're friends. But anyway, that could be something about gaming news. Like, when people freak out. But anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. It could be good because I'm already getting on a tangent. So these are all really, really good ideas. Some of them I don't know how I'd execute, but I want to try and find a way to do that. Everyone had such good ideas. I love these ideas. Again, Catherine B, please tell me down below, what do you mean exactly by that? I think maybe I'll comment and ask you to try and like figure out exactly what you meant, but everyone had such great suggestions. So thank you so much to every single person who looked at every poll, answered all the questions. A lot more people interacted with those polls than people normally do on my community tab, so I appreciate you all so much for that. So and for giving your opinion, whether it was the no opinion or yes opinion, I appreciate your opinion. It helps me out so much. And I really hope, even if you didn't like some of the changes that might be made, maybe give the first videos a shot of the new stuff. Maybe just check it out and see, feel out the waters, because maybe you'll like it, maybe you will, and if you don't, that's totally fine. But everyone is free as long as you're respectful and kind, right? We are all mature here. We can have normal conversations, even if it's sharing our opinion. We don't have to freak out. Let me know down below what you think about these changes, how these implementation. I think the thing I think that you will all feel the most, like the biggest change, is dropping to 2 videos a week, because since I started making content, I have been standard 3 videos a week. Even 4 when Animal Crossing came out. We had an exact specific day for Animal Crossing, and then 3 extra videos, and it was just so much work. It's always been too much work, and then I added streaming on top of it, and it's even more work. So I think it's my fault for overloading, but I appreciate a lot of you understanding dropping to 2, and I think it really will help my creativity and make me more motivated to make ASMR content, because sometimes I'm like, man, I have to go make an ASMR video. Like, sometimes I don't want to do it now, and I hate that, because I love making this content for you guys, and I hate that I'm so demotivated to make this content. And I think a part of it also is being locked up for the past couple of years because of the pandemic being, that's also stopped my creativity. I'm here doing it constantly. It makes me not want to do it. So I think there's a ton of reasons going into why I'm feeling this way, but I would love to change the content so that you guys are enjoying it, and I'm also enjoying making it again, and try and get this channel, I think it veered off a bit. I want to get it back on track so more people can join us, more people can have a good time, you guys can see cooler content, and and we can do more cool things together. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, leave your feedback down below, your suggestions, answering any questions. If you have questions about content, I can answer them down below. I will not do a face reveal. Do not ask. People ask me all the time. I will not be doing that. I'm trying to be also, I guess I should tell you guys this. I'm trying to be, and I think you might know, I'm trying to fully dive into the VTuber realm, the 3D VTuber realm. I always wanted to do VTubing. I made a video kind of about this. So, whenever I do IRL videos, like you saw me, I will be wearing gloves from now on, and I will be wearing, obviously, something to match the VTube to, help with that immersion for you guys. And that's also a change to content, so I can still unbox things and show things. I can still do Pokemon cards if I can, afford support them and stuff like that. That stuff will return. Trying to get my financial situation dealt with. It's a whole thing. It's so much stuff with my health, but you know what? We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to get it so, you know, I will have some type of income outside of YouTube, and that then I can make more content on here and, you know, make the content you all love, because I know a lot of you really love those Pokemon. I miss opening Pokemon cards. I was looking at them the other day and I was just like, I want to open more. And my brother's like, remember when we used to open Pokemon cards? I was like, bro, I know, bro. Your girl broke. Your girl broke though. But yeah, anyway, I miss that content too. We will get back to it when we can, hopefully soon, hopefully in the next couple months. This whole situation with me will like get settled and dealt with and figured out to some degree. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting this channel, for supporting me, supporting these changes. I appreciate your feedback. Taking the time to give me that feedback is so nice of you, and I appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed. And as always, I hope that you have sweet, sweet dreams of gaming.